talk about, again, that defensive front. We've had good pressure up front, especially led by Calhoun. And you've got Luke Reed who's stepped up. You got Thomason as well. And then, like I said, you have Jake Hicks that's made a couple of plays. So, again, Gate City playing a pretty sound defensive game right now. The turnover, though, is what gave Lehigh the possession that got them that 6 points. So, can they stop them here as we, again, 1:36 left here in the first half. Couple scores again. Make sure everybody listens at halftime for the Campus Drive at halftime show. A few things coming on. The east side, the clock is running midway through the second quarter. It's 38-0. Union has scored again, 28-0 over Wise Central. Again, probably the game upset of the night right now. Ridgeview and John Battle 0-0 at halftime. Ridgeview averaging 47 points a game. Not so fast, my little friend, as they say. Again, J.I. Burton Grundy, end of the second quarter now. That ball game at 8-7. Looks like Happy Valley has scored. Don't have an official. Don't know if it's for 2 or 1. Again, so Happy Valley into the end zone. South with a 14-0 lead over East. Fort Chilsville 13-8 over Tazewell. Morristown East opening it up against Volunteer 14-0. Daniel Boone has scored again. It's 14-0 over Cotton County.
The break on the play right there was a timeout by Lehigh. Looks like they're going to go for it. We'll see if they do some kind of trickery, but they're setting up to go for it on 4th and 11 with 1:36 to go as the quarterback is in the shotgun formation, and they are going to go. They're going to try to throw a deep pass down, and he is going to get sacked, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to get sacked big time as their quarterback throws the ball to the ground. How he did not get an unsportsmanlike conduct, I do not know. He spiked that ball right down at the feet of the umpire. But in on the sack right there was number 68, Kurt Gibson. The great play by Gibson. He grabbed a hold of him and was not going to let him go.
That defensive line, again, that has been the key for Gate City tonight. Being able to sort of put Lehigh in some of those kind of situations. Gate City, great field position, 45-yard line with 1:18 left. Again, 14-6 here before halftime.
That ended up being much better than a punt right there. So, let's see. Sally's going to be under quarterback again as we fake the handoff. He's looking to throw the ball down, and he's going to have, let's see what they call right there. He's going to have an interception, Joe. Bad pass right there by Sally. He threw into double coverage right there, and it was intercepted by number 40, Joey Wilder. So just that quick, the momentum has changed, Joe. We really didn't have anybody open, and Sally tried to make something out of nothing, and he threw the ball into double coverage right there.
There wasn't much touch on that one. He threw it a little bit too hard to be that close. It went by Roden, and like I said, it ended up in Lehigh's possession. Again, 3 first half turnovers. We're lucky that we're up 14-6. Again, 1:10 left. If you're Lehigh, can you score with 70 seconds left to tie this thing up as we go to halftime?
Huge momentum. And if Gate City can stop right here again, we'll be receiving the second half kickoff, which, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. This second half is going to be an amazing second half. It just feels you can feel the excitement. It's been like nothing anywhere as they run the jet sweep to this near side. A little bit of room right there, but they're going to be bottled up as it took that play a little bit of time to get started. They ran the toss sweep to the far side, but it took him a long time to get here, which allowed the Gate City defenders to get there. That was Devin Goins, who got about 6-7 yards.
We talked about it all, especially the early part of the season. Gate City needed to string things out to help our defensive backs, because everybody was getting the corner on us. Coach Reed has apparently got everybody coming up, doing a lot better job again, being able to not let them outside that quick.
And he's going to be passing the ball now with about 29 seconds to go. And stumbling was the wide receiver. He lost his footing, or that could have been a long pass play right there. But the pass was a good pass, but the wide receiver just lost his footing a little bit and falls harmlessly to the ground. With 26 seconds to go, Joe, it's 3rd down and 4. Let's see where they continue to push the ball. I don't think Gate City. Do we have any timeouts left?
We do not. We used all 3. We used 2 in the first quarter. The second one we used with about 6 minutes left. So again,
Coach Sally is saying Coach Akers is saying under no certain terms Do you let them get deep? He was out on the field telling them to get back, as they are in a 4 wide receiver set. As he's looking to the far side, he's getting pressure. He lobs it up. This could be intercepted. And actually, the offensive player from Lehigh had to turn into the defensive player. Right there, almost to intercept the ball, was Luke Reed. Luke turned as the offensive player right there as Lehigh actually knocked the ball out of his hands.
Just 19 seconds left here again. Oh, we talked about it just a few minutes ago. Gate City has owned special teams. We've had some good returns. Something quick here. Maybe get at least a field goal attempt by Roten. But, of course, we've got a lot of ground to cover.
Their punter must not be very strong because Mack is only setting up about 30 yards deep for the punt. So let's see if we're able to return it as he kicks the ball. And Lee is going to get it at about the 20, but he fumbles the ball. Mack fumbles the ball, and let's see who comes up with it. It's going to be Mack had the ball in his hand and just came out of his hands as he was trying to run before he got the ball. And again, another scrum on the field, and I believe this time it's going to be Gate City ball. We dodged a big one this time as Mack was at the 30-yard line. As I said, the punt was much stronger than he thought. He set up in the wrong place. He had to retreat back to about the 22-yard line. He did catch the ball, had time to run with it, and as he took his first step, the ball just popped out of his hands, and I think Luke Reed was back there as he always seems to be around the ball. I say right now, Joe, let's take this 14-16 lead with 8 seconds to go in the first half. Let's take a knee. We'll take that 1 yard loss, and we'll go to the locker room as the time counts down. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the first half here from Lee High School in Ben Hur, Virginia, your Gate City Blue Devils have the lead tonight, 14-6 on a well-played first half. So let's take a break. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Whether you're headed out to the game or if you're just looking for something great to eat, stop by and see the outstanding folks at the Campus Drive-In on Kane Street in Gate City. Campus Drive-In supporting Gate City Athletics for over 60 years, and they have a tremendous selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, and they're open 7 days a week. Also go in and ask about their new ice cream machine as well. So give them a call for call-in orders at 276-386-3702. Again, that's 276-386-3702. Tracing the roots all the way back to 1962, Weber City Drug is your locally owned pharmacy that offers personal customer service to the entire family. They strive to meet your prescription and over-the-counter needs and accept most insurance plans. They're located in Weber City across from Roberts Tire, so give them a call today at 276-386-3482. Again, that's 276-386-3482. You can also go online at wcdrugcenter.com, and they're also on Facebook, and they're open 6 days a week.
When it comes to health, it's personal. This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. You were created from scratch, so why not your medicine?
The advantages of weight loss provide health benefits, such as reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease. You can gain these benefits by losing just 5 to 7% of your body weight, according to Weight Control Information Network. There are supplements that have been shown to increase your ability to lose weight. A chromium supplement taken 30 minutes prior to a meal will partially fill the stomach and help you eat less. Coenzyme B, Active Life nutrient capsules, and weight loss smoothies will give you nutritional support as you start a diet of cutting back on fats and calories. We at Premier Pharmacy would be happy to work with and counsel you on changes and how the use of our pharmaceutical-grade supplements can help.
This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. 25 years of creating personalized medicine. 109 Jack White Drive, Kingsport. Find them on Facebook or stop by for a free consultation.
This is Zach Irvin of the defending state champion Gate City basketball team, and you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
And we're back here for the Campus Drive-In Halftime Show. Again, scores and highlights from around the region. Again, we've got a great football game going on here. Lehigh, has played extremely hard. Gate City 3 turnovers, though, in the first half. It's a 14-6 halftime lead, again, for our Blue Devils as we are here at halftime at Lehigh. So, a few scores around the region. We'll try to zoom out here for all your Facebook so you can see what's going on. There we go. All right, so around the region, here we go. Hampton over Northeast Tennessee with a 22-6 lead over South Green. Granger 20-0 over Sullivan Central. Sullivan North and Happy Valley tied up now at 8 apiece. Greenville has extended their lead over Elizabethton 21-7. Tennessee High, Davy Crockett, good football game at the Stone Castle tonight. 7-7 right now is the score. Daniel Boone, as they go to the second quarter, leads Cotton County 14-0. Dobbins Bennett, the Tribe from over in Kingsport, has extended their lead over Hardin Valley. Ian Hicks and the Red Wine connected on a 13-yard touchdown pass. That is 17-0 right now. The Indians lead. Sullivan South 14-0 over Sullivan East as of last report. Morristown East over Volunteer. Over in Southwest Virginia, Galax and George Wythe. Good football game going on. That's 7-6 right now. Galax leads George Wythe. Chilhowie, the clock is running. It's in the second quarter. 36-0 over Rural Retreat. Another clock that's running continuously is over in Coburn. 44-0. Right now, Eastside leads Twin Springs. Union 28, Y Central 0. Game of the night, probably John Battle and Ridgeview tied up at 0 at halftime. Again, the number one team in 2D right now, just even with John Battle. Again, John Battle trying to get into the playoff mix as well. You talk about Lebanon is now extended their lead to 21-6 over Castlewood. Graham goes to halftime with a 16-0 lead over Virginia High. And again, J.I. Burton and Grundy 8-7 is the last report. That game again with J.I. Burton leading over Grundy. So again, like I said, Greenville is now 21-7 as we go as they're in the second quarter and playing there. Happy Valley and Sullivan North, good football game going back and forth. A couple of punts, some good defense, not a lot of turnovers. Good hard-hitting battle. Again, that we talked about in the pregame. The loser gets the Boys from Meigs County, and that will be
that game at North too.
That game is it's at the Valley of Thunder, is known as Thunder Valley. So
it would have been a lot colder up there. You know, it's 20-some. It's about 20 to 25 degrees cooler, depending on where you're at here in the area tonight. It's I think it was 76 degrees at halftime last week. We're at like 55 or 56 degrees here. So it's definitely a great night for football, and but possibly with a lot of the cooler temperatures. Does that make you, being an ex-coach, does that make the ball harder to throw or anything like that?
If you're not used to it, again, we talked about this a few weeks ago. In terms of turnovers, drop passes and punts, when are the weeks that happens the most? Weeks 1 and weeks 7 and 8, because the time change usually happens now, as well as you're talking about the colder nights. You start to have some fumbles. Again, last week we fumbled 9 times. Again, some of them were just the center quarterback exchange. So, so it does play into it. The ball does lose some of its air because the colder air condenses. So, again, you get a little bit better grip, but it's a little bit harder actually to throw as well. So, a couple things going back and forth. Looks like Elizabeth and Green, we'll talk about a game, a couple of personal foul penalties right there. Some emotion starting to run out in Greenville in that ball game. But again, that's a 21-7 lead right now.
A lot of top-notch players going against each other on that game, and with it, with the audience both at the field and it being televised, it's probably the second most watched game behind ours this week. So those of you that are watching on Facebook Live tonight, they do have a smaller game going on, I think, on WCYB, as with the Greenville Elizabeth.
Just a few things. Hey, talking about some scores, Charlie Cole is starting to feast on Cotton County. His third touchdown of the night, 21-0 now, as Boone starts to extend their lead. And we talked about a good defensive matchup at Sullivan North. That just changed. A 43-yard touchdown bomb for Happy Valley. They now lead Sullivan North 16-8. So again,